things I'm glad about. Close this up. One of the things I'm glad about is that a lot of these fake gurus or, social media influencers, I'm glad that they're getting exposed. Because in the internet, man, you really can go on the internet and just say anything, And what happens is, even if there's a little bit of truth to it, you can mislead thousands and thousands of people. And so I see people post stuff online, I'm like, this doesn't even make any sense. You know what I mean? And it has thousands and thousands of likes, and unfortunately, a lot of that stuff has misled people. So I'm glad when they get exposed. Because for me, if you listen to what I talk about, I never really talk about specific investment ideas or investment strategies. I don't give advice because as a registered person, I have a fiduciary responsibility. You never hear people that are licensed or that have any real credentials just get online and give unsolicited financial advice. It's not because we want to hide information. It's because what's good for one person, what's good financial advice for one person may be inappropriate for another person. And so if you give blanket financial advice, whether it's a strategy or an idea or whatever it is, to thousands and thousands of people without knowing that whether or not it's appropriate, that's a breach of your fiduciary responsibility, right? And so when I hear people just giving this, wrong advice, it really bothers me. And so what I try to talk about instead is your mindset and how to think about money, how to think about wealth. Because no one idea, no one strategy, no one investment tip is going to change your financial circumstance. I don't care how good it is. I don't care how good the idea, how good the strategy is. One strategy is not going to change your financial circumstances. The only thing that is going to change your financial circumstances is your mindset. That's it. And so that's the way I talk about wealth. I've had thousands and thousands of client meetings. I have heard so many stories about how people have obtained their wealth. On a daily basis, I am talking to people, wealthy people worth millions and millions of dollars. I know how they've made their money. Nothing about wealth is fast. In the history of money, in the history of wealth, anybody that has obtained overnight riches, overnight financial success, they've never kept it. In the history of money, you cannot show me anybody that has become an overnight success, overnight rich, overnight wealthy, and they didn't go broke. It's because the resources did not align with the wisdom. They couldn't handle it. If you're not ready to handle that type of money, no investment strategy, no stock tip is going to change your financial circumstances. The only thing that's going to change your financial circumstances is a change in your mindset. And that's what we have to recognize. And once we know that, then we won't be so easily misled. When people say, hey, all you got to do is this, all you have to do is that. It does not work like that. Wealth does not work like that. It is a slow process. That's just the way it is. I've learned that just in my own life, but in all of the hundreds and hundreds of relationships that I have, it's always been a slow and consistent process. God blesses commitment and consistency. Commitment and consistency. Any client that I've had, they just got overnight money, right? They came into a lawsuit. They got a windfall in some way. Anytime that has happened, we lay out the plan. Hey, this is enough money to be able to take care of you for the rest of your life. All we have to do is this. We have to do this and this, right? Plan is laid out. There's nothing to worry about. As the years go by, it never fails. Bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. Because they haven't changed their mindset. It's not the money, it's the mindset. The value is not anything physical. It's not anything tangible. The value is what you possess here and here. That's the wealth. Before those things can manifest themselves in the world, they have to start with your mindset. As a man thinketh, so is he. Because see, what happens is, when you change the way that you think, now your life starts to act in accordance with that thought. So if you change how you think, and then you redirect your focus, right? You recommit yourself to a specific thing. You discover your purpose. What happens is now you start to act in accordance with that thought in your mind. And so you used to be lazy, but I think different now. So I can't do that no more. You don't even need an alarm anymore. Right? Your purpose wakes you up. That's your alarm. Right? You used to be undisciplined. Hey, I don't think like that anymore. This is what I think about myself. This is what my future holds for me. So I have to be disciplined for that to happen. I can't put myself in this position anymore. I'm too valuable for that. For me to get to here, I can't be here. And you start to position your life in a way to act in accordance with that thought. But if you never get to that thought and you never see yourself in that manner, you don't see that for yourself, no amount of resources is going to change that. And so you got to change the way that you think. You have to change the way that what you value, what you prioritize, what is important to you. And that ultimately starts with your purpose. Right? That requires self-reflection. I can't tell you your purpose. The world will tell you what its purpose is for you. And typically, if you don't find out your purpose, that's what you wind up doing. But once you know your purpose, it gives you a guiding light. That's your guiding light throughout life as you're trying to navigate all of this stuff that you're trying to manage, all of this stuff that you're dealing with, all of these things that, you know, are stressing you out. If you don't have a guiding light, you just get lost in the forest. Right? You just get lost in the wilderness. You can't see the forest for the trees because you just lost. But if you have a guiding light, then you know, okay, this is an obstacle, but I got to get over this obstacle to get to where I'm going. oh, okay, I knew I was gonna have to deal with this to get to where I'm going. I know I'm gonna have to cross this terrain. I know I'm gonna have to climb this mountain. I know I'm gonna have to fight this battle, but it's necessary for me to get to my purpose. Then it becomes more meaningful. The things that you're dealing with in life become more meaningful because it is leading you towards that guiding light. That's your purpose. That is God's original instruction in your life. It's not anything complicated. Purpose is not money. It's not your profession. It's not your job title. Your purpose is God's original instruction in your life. It's simple. Some of you are leaders. If God purposed you to lead, you can lead anywhere. You can lead in a corporate boardroom. You can lead in a mom and pop store. You can lead a group of people stranded in the jungle. God purposed you to lead. You can lead anywhere. Some people are teachers. No matter where you go, you find comfort and value in teaching people, right? Even if it's not a teacher role, that's where you find comfort. That's where you find skill. That's where you thrive. That comes easy to you. God purposed you to teach. You can do that anywhere. Right? Some people are protectors. They are defenders. Right? They see wrongdoing happening. They got to say something about it. They can't just stand back. Right? They want to protect people. You can do that in many capacities in life. You find ways to position yourself to protect or defend. God's original instruction in your life. Once you know what that is, you find ways to manifest that through your profession, through your business, through whatever it is that you're doing in life. Your jobs don't define you. Even if you work on a job, you can find ways to manifest or execute your purpose through that. But the more that you thrive in that thing that he gave you, that thing that he told you to do, the more that you thrive in that, what's going to happen is you're going to develop so much confidence and you're going to add so much value in that way that you're going to start to ascend. You're going to figure out, okay, well, I can't fully maximize, me leading people here. And then so now you're going to start to look for other opportunities, right? It's going to be your own internal fire. You're going to be like, oh, I can't maximize my purpose here, right? And then you're going to start to expand yourself. You're going to start to grow. You're going to start to get out of that comfort zone. But it's going to be necessary because you're going to be feeding that purpose. And then you're going to find other opportunities, right? And you're going to expand and you're going to grow and you're like, okay, how can I grow from this? How can I get better at this? And that is going to start to manifest itself in the idea of wealth, of financial success. Now, in the beginning, it's going to increase your earning potential. That's your financial success. This is where you have to have the understanding about what wealth is. Because there's only 3 ways to build wealth, right? Buy assets, create assets, or become an asset. In the beginning, you're becoming an asset. You thriving in your purpose. It's increasing your earning potential, right? As you earn more, you have to do the other things, right? You have to buy assets or you have to create assets. Buying assets is simple. You have to buy things of value, right? You're not just frivolously spending your money. You are committed to a goal. So as you are thriving in your purpose, you are taking those additional extra earnings, whether it's monthly or quarterly or annually, and you are building up in a nest egg of assets. You're buying assets over time. If you choose to become a business owner or an entrepreneur, then you are creating assets. And so the earnings that you are making, you are committed towards creating something of value, creating a business that generates income, that is sustainable and separate and apart from yourself. This is how you build wealth. And so again, you are thriving in your purpose. If that purpose is a profession, right, like law or science or math or accounting, then you are maximizing your potential in that profession. But as you are doing so, at the same time, you are being a wise steward of your resources. And you're taking those earnings and you're buying things of value. You are investing money. Right? Stocks, bonds, real estate, cash. There's a plethora of opportunities. But your goal is to start to build your financial portfolio. As you start to grow, as you start to develop, that portfolio grows, more things become available to you. You can take more risks. You can take more chances. Eventually, depending on how fast you build your portfolio, the goal is for that portfolio to replace your need to work. That's financial independence. Once you're generating enough income from your financial portfolio, now, if you don't want to work anymore, you don't have to. If you want to walk away from your business or sell it, you can. If you like what you're doing, you can keep doing it. But now you have financial independence. So now you have the time to do what you love to do. But everything that I just said, that takes time. That's not the microwave version. That's the version where you take the ingredients, you cut up the vegetables, right? You season the potatoes, right? You boil the water. You prepare the meal, right? You mix all the ingredients together. You take your time getting the temperature just right. You position yourself in life over time, making small strategic financial decisions that benefit you over time. You combine your skill, your financial acumen, your decision making, your relationships, and you use all of those things to build wealth over time. There is no microwave to success. Anything that happens fast is not sustainable. And so the sooner we recognize that, and the sooner we realize that the only thing that we have to do is change our mindset, we can close the wealth gap in one generation. Guaranteed.